Hello, and welcome to part 5 of creating a murder drone rig in Blender. If you haven't seen the other parts, go check those out. In the previous video, I finally finished updating my worker drone rig and I can continue performing surgery on this poor fellow right here. But first, a while ago, I received this comment on one of my videos asking me to please put hair on the drone to stop their eyes from burning. I can totally understand that, so just for you, pal, I'm gonna make something to cover up that bald head right there. Let me go ask my good friend Zane for help. Hey, Zane! I do beg your pardon, Zane, but would you be so frightfully kind as to share a lock of your hair, perhaps? Hey there, buddy chum pal friend buddy pal chum bud friend fella brother amigo pal buddy friend chummy chum chum pal. I don't mean to be rude, my home slice bread slice dog, but I gotta warn ya, if you take one more diddly darn step right there, I'm gonna have to diddly darn snap your neck. And wowza, wouldn't that be a crummy juncture, huh? Do you want that? Do you wish upon yourself to come into physical experience of a crummy juncture? Because, buddy chum friend, if you keep this up, well gosh diddly darn, I might just have to get not so friendly with you, my friendly friend pal friend buddy chum pal patty friend chum buddy. I was just gonna ask if I could borrow some hair. Oh. Well, I don't have any. You can take this thing though. Ah, good enough. Hey, Mr. Worker Dude. Sorry, but I gotta do this again. Ah! Alrighty, so I'm going to begin with parenting all of the objects to the bones. The upper body was very simple. I just parented the meshes to the bone. The hips took a little extra work because I needed to adjust the bones a little so that the legs don't dislocate. And then it was time for the legs. I don't know why, but it seems every time I rig feet, it's the most brain-melting part. The ankle just would not cooperate and kept bending itself into oblivion. I spent several hours trying and retrying to get the weight painting correct, but I would always end up with the same result. The automatic weights kept screwing it up and there was no way in hell I was gonna do this manually. At the end I had to do it manually though. At some point I tried looking for an alternative to automatic rigging and I found this voxel heat diffuse skinning thing, which is apparently really good. What's not really good though is the fact that I'm broke. Go support me on Ko-fi and receive early access to new videos and models anyway, so I can't afford to get this thing. I'll just have to stick with what Blender's got. Okay, whatever, I don't need some fancy schmancy add-on to do this. If there's one thing I learned while using Blender, it's that you should never give up, no matter how much you beat your head against the wall, because eventually it'll work. Probably. Maybe. At some point, I managed to get it to look decently good, but then my Ooga Booga brain managed to destroy it, and I had to start all over again. Why is this thing moving? It's supposed to stay still. I spent a while doing tests and trying to figure out what was causing this, but I got nothing. I even reduced the amount of bones, but still nothing. I later tested it on a new armature, and it worked exactly how I wanted it to. Okay, so the problem this entire time was my rig? What could possibly be wrong with it though? My brain was feeling like a potato chip inside a microwave, and I randomly decided to unparent the foot from the leg, cause honestly, I was out of ideas. Oh, that worked. Wait, what? You know what? No, I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna collapse on the floor now. Okay, I'm back with fresh eyes and ready to face the new day. So now that I've got the feet working, I'm gonna rig the tail. The tail is currently just a really long cylinder and I was going to use bones for it, but then I got the suggestion to use a curve instead. One handy thing I learned is that, you know how when you add a curve, it's, well, curved? Well, I found out that you can just tab into edit mode and then scale to 0 and that'll make it straight. No idea how I haven't thought of this before, but better late than never, I guess? Next though, it's time to make the new bones for the tail. The tail rig consists of circle, 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 circle. Anyway, I hooked the points on the curve onto bones, and then this gave me a decent tail rig, I think. And now it's time for the part I was dreading most. Figuring out how I'm gonna rig the weapon switching. Okay, come on, it can't be too complicated. In this show, they kinda just shrink down into their arms and then scale back up. Luckily, I'm not restricted by the laws of physics in Blender, so I can do whatever the heck I want. First, I want to get that iris door thingy working. I moved the origin point of these vertices, vertexes, whatever, and rotated it to kinda get that door animation. It clips out of the arm though, so I used the boolean modifier set to intersect, which makes it so that it only appears inside the object. I added a circle around the arm with a custom property that controls the door animation of a driver. Now that the door works, I'm gonna start off simple and get the hand to shrink into the arm.
2,000 years later.
Okay, I'm in mental pain now, but at least the hand works. Yikes, this was a bit tougher than I thought. I wanted to use a custom property which worked for the scale, but not with moving the hand into the arm due to constraints. And I also couldn't disable the constraint because then the hand could go off on its own little adventure if you dragged the IK controller too much. Okay, well, I guess I could just remove it, and I or any other people who get this rig would have to just be really careful not to drag it into the back rooms. That requires too much effort though, so I'm gonna come up with a different solution. I tried examining different rigs to see if there was anything I could learn or copy, but no luck. But later, when I started looking at Rigify generated rigs, I saw this one tweaked bone with all of the fingers parented to it, and the tweaked bone itself was parented to the palm. Oh my gosh, an idea is forming! Alrighty, I've made a copy of the palm and parented the old one to the copy. The old hand bone is parented to the copy, which also has the constraint. So now I can drag the IK controller as much as I want, and the hand stays in place while still being able to be disconnected off. God, why didn't I think of this earlier? Hey there, future me here after writing that part. I don't know how the hell I made this. Yeah, I completely forgot how I made this. And my brain is a bowl of scrambled eggs, so I can't figure it out again. I had to try and figure out what past me was trying to do, and it fixed a lot of broken parts. I swear it's only been a day or two. How did I forget already? Alright, I think it's a good idea to end the progress update here, and I need a goddamn break. My vocal cords are screaming in agony. Well, y'all know the drill. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and also consider supporting me on Ko-fi if you want early access to new videos and models. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and see you in the next one.